Hi, this is Richard. I'm going to give you a brief walkthrough of how to use Blackboard. Now, I don't really have the time to go through each point, but I'm going to go through some of the highlights. So this is the screen, how it will look right after you log in. To the left, you have the tools. You have your announcements, calendar. You can view your grades from here. In the center, you have your announcements, and also you have your calendar. For example, on January 30th, 2008, Lab 2 is due. On February 6th, 2008, Lab 3 is due. To the right, you have links to each of your courses' Blackboard shells, or pages, either one you prefer. So here we are. This is the link to BY 103, Online Lab. So we click it. So here we are. We're in Blackboard now. The center screen, by default, shows the announcements. As I click the links denoted with these buttons on the left, the center view will change to represent what the link I just pressed. So for example, I press calendar to the left. What comes up in the center part is the calendar. What I like to see is to use the view month option, and what that will let you see is the entire month of January. So for example, today, as denoted by this dark brown color, Lab 2 is due. 1 week ago, Lab 1 was due. The 21st was Martin Luther King Jr.'s holiday, and the 14th labs began. You can push these arrows to the left and right to advance the month. So for example, I've gone to February 2008. As you can see, the 6th Lab 3 is due. The 13th Lab 4 is due. So on and so forth. The third link is course information. Here we have the syllabus, an orientation with Blackboard, some audio clips to welcome you to the lab, and some frequently asked questions. The fourth link is the staff information. This is an email and telephone number for Mrs. Blair. It also has my email and telephone number. The fifth link is the course documents. Each lab is assigned a different folder. For example, the first folder is the Week 1's lab. The second folder is Week 2's lab. The third folder is Week 3's lab. You click a folder, for example, lab number 1, and you're given a folder with illustrations. You're given a PDF of lab number 1, and here you have a link showing you how to use Excel to graph some information. Here you can either click the link and the PDF will show in Blackboard. Alternatively, you can right-click the link and download the file to your desktop. Number 5 is the assignments. Once you've downloaded or reviewed the lab, you go to the assignments folder, which corresponds to the course documents, and this will give you your assignment that you need to fill out and send back to me in a Word format. More on that later. The next one is communications. Here you can have a group page, you can have a discussion board. Which brings us to the next link, is the discussion board. Here you have a question and you want to pose it to the entire class. You can make a post and other people can respond to your post. I also check the discussion board routinely, and if you have something you want to throw out to the whole class, you're more than welcome to. Here, the next link is external links. Sometimes there's some information that's on the internet that we want to share. For example, how to use Excel and graphing. Many times we'll put links here. There's some other things. You can go to the student FAQs, many other things you can do. And that's just a very brief overview of how to use Blackboard.